I'm far. I'm actually far here.
And today I bring an Ambernick handheld gaming system. Now this is perfect if you're going to be traveling, if you want to play some old classic retro games. This is perfect. This will pretty much play a lot of these modern games too also, but you'll have some little lag here. Nintendo 64, every single console that tries to do an emulator would have issue. This one does too, but you could take this on the road and play some games that you know, take you back to your childhood. So let's take a look at it and see what you get when you purchase something like this. All right, so they give you the handheld. If you guys can see it, it's very small, really light. It feels like a freaking Nintendo joystick, pretty much like an old classic arcade. This is actually a really good handheld. It feels really good. The buttons on the top, it feels better than actually a Nintendo Switch, to be honest with you. And it's a lot smaller. Size, pretty much palm of my hand. Regular iPhone, if you guys see it, it's pretty much an iPhone's larger than this. This is compared to an iPhone. Look at that. That's actually huge. It's a lot thicker, of course, but there's a lot of things you can do with this one. And let's take a look at it. First of all, if you guys can see it, it has all the regular buttons in here: X, A, B, and Y, and then your start button and your select button, keypad here, and then you have this analog module keys. If you can see like the controllers itself. Underneath of it, stereo sound, of course, SD connection. This is where all your games are going to be at. Reset button, and underneath a little padding so it won't be moving around if you're going to play it. You can also add your own controllers into this system, play with your own Xbox controller, but you gotta have to pre-program them too. Now on one side you got the volume here, if you guys can see volume control here. On the other side you got your power button, right? You got your L1 and L2 and R1 and R2, and then you got your 3.5 jack here for your audio connection, and then you have your OTH and then your other OTH with the power supply where you're going to power it up, because you can actually charge this and keep this going. Now on top of that, they give you the casing where the actual SD card, but I got the SD card in here. They give you this module here, and this is actually an adapter for a wireless. If you're going to do the updates or download some new themes, or if you want to use it for your network and transfer stuff. If you're familiar with RetroPie, this is pretty much almost similar, but they give you the actual wireless items here. Now this one you can use for any laptop too, not just for any gaming here. They give you the manual, the startup manual. It's in Japanese and it's in English too. And then they give you the Type-C connection, and of course they give you some little wipies, and they give you an actual glass to change it in here so you keep it scratch proof, because this is a little fragile and the quality of it is really high. We're going to take a look at that. So let's go ahead and clean it up and see if we could replace the glass. All right, we're going to take a look at this gaming system here. We're going to actually crank it up. We're going to turn it on the side. All right, very simple. It turns on Ambernick, right? The system. We're gonna go just through a couple of emulators and see how it works, and we'll play one or two games. But overall, the buttons feel really awesome. If you like the Nintendo Switch, this is actually a lot smaller and it feels a lot better in your hand. All right, let's take a look at a couple of things that you can do in here in this handheld. All right. So here's the emulators. We're gonna go down the list. All right. There is a favorites. You can add your favorites in here. There's all games. This will give you a list of all the games. A and B button. A will get you in. B will get you back. There's PSP games. There's PlayStation games. Neo Geo Pocket. Neo Geo. Dreamcast. Then Mega Drive, which is the Sega system. And then Game Gear. Genesis. Open Bar. Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Nintendo, PC Engine, MSX, Capcom 2, Capcom 3 actually, Play System, and then Capcom 2, Play System, Capcom 1, Play System, and then the color system that they have, and then the main, of course. Then you go back to the beginning too. So
A little laggy here, but the game is working well. Graphics are high in this one. The screen looks fantastic. Audio's a little bit off, but here we are. We're actually zoom in completely, try not to hit too much of the light. Seriously. Rubber end, so not bad. To get all the games is easy. Just follow your manual. It's going to show you how to do that, but you can install more coins here, you can play more, but it's not bad. I mean, I like it. We're gonna have to turn down the audio because it is really loud. So if you're gonna be traveling, I recommend you get some headsets with this because it gets pretty loud. So